Hi there, this is Michelle Schwab, founder of oneperfectdayweddings.com.au, where I show my brides quickly and easily for them to become a guest at their own wedding. Well, as you know, your wedding planning is all about making a number of decisions and making choices. And choosing your menu is just one of those many aspects. And it's a really important decision because, as you know, it makes up a very big portion of your expenses. So it's all about how you can make it as much about you as your dress. So even if you have a challenging budget, it doesn't deter you. It doesn't mean that you have to have the rubber chicken. So the secret to a successful menu is to approach it really thoughtfully. This will be one of the biggest events that you'll ever host. So like your entire wedding plan, just think everything through, and it's all about in your approach. So today I'm going to be talking about sit-down menus. I know that's probably the most common that we have here in southeast Queensland, Noosa and the Sunshine Coast. So sit down meaning the alternate drop service, or table d'hote, which is what we often refer to as a set menu. Perhaps you've chosen 3 entrees, 3 mains and 3 desserts, and from there your guests choose which meal they have. And the other style is the family style, which I sort of love, that European type, Italian type setting where they serve the large plates in the middle of the table and your guests help themselves to a number of dishes in large portions. So if you are planning one of these style weddings in a sit-down service, the secret is to creating a menu is to make sure that it plays to your wider audience, and not necessarily on the latest trends and what's new and hip. So my first tip today is really play to your chef's strengths. When you come to the tasting, and that's normally about 3 months out when the food is in season, ask lots of questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. That's what they're there for. They are the professionals. And then you can get a sense of whether there's any leeway that you can add in regards to bringing in anything personal, whether it's a family favourite dish, or bringing in a bit of creativity if it's a sauce that you're not quite sure of or you don't like, or you want to add your favourite cherries into a meal. Then this is the way that you can do it, by working really closely with your chef. My second tip is to choose the main meal first, and then you can think about your canapes and the entree. So when we choose the main meal first, thirdly, we need to avoid repeating that central ingredient. So if you're serving beef for the main meal, then don't go ahead and serve beef carpaccio for your entree. My fourth tip is unless you know everybody loves spicy food and you're all from an ethnic group, don't serve spicy dishes. And then, like I said, with your speaking with your chef, really ask yourself, and when part of your approach is ask yourself, would my grandmother and grandparents enjoy this meal? Or, all ends of the spectrum, or my 13-year-old nieces and nephews. And number 6, dessert. Well, no question, the wedding cake should be the star of dessert, and it's the easiest way of keeping your budget quite low. So no one is going to say, oh my God, I can't believe she didn't have creme brulee in her dessert menu. But if you are going for a broader range in your dessert, make sure, again, not everyone's a sweet tooth, so I think, personally, I believe having a platter of fresh fruit available always adds a top-notch, worth of colour, and is particularly available for all those people that don't need the extra sweet tooth. So it's that easy. Approach your menu really thoughtfully and play to your wider range of guests. So that's your assignment this week. When you have your appointment with your tasting with your function manager and chef, Ask yourself these key questions. So choose the main meal first. Don't repeat the essential ingredient. Steer away from spicy foods unless you're really sure that everyone is from India. Or make your wedding cake the superstar of dessert. And that way you can be the best for everyone. So again, it's really that easy. Just think everything through thoughtfully, and if you've got any questions or concerns,